Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really excited to see on the big screen is to see exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to utilize the character of Kylo Ren in a way that he will be far darker than ever before in comparison to both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi in this film. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie. When it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very interesting. That includes Kylo Ren, the Knights of Ren, and the Oracle in the second act of the movie. Now, specifically, it's described that Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren travel to a mysterious swamp world within the second act of the film that is said to be based within the Outer Rim. It's described that Kylo is on the search for the Oracle, which is said to be a large spider-like creature that has something to do with certain truths of the future that it can provide to Kylo, as well as new details about the beyond. Additionally, it's also described that Kylo asks the Oracle about Rey, and where the Oracle is said to reveal a certain truth and revelation about her past that inspires Kylo Ren to find her. It's said that the Oracle is based on a world that appears to be very similar to Dagobah with elements of Endor mixed in. It's described that it was a practical effect that was used in Cardington during the months of November and December. Additionally, it's described that the Oracle also answers questions by Kylo Ren about himself and his path to the dark side. One of the concept art descriptions goes over Kylo Ren with all 6 Knights of Ren behind him, in front of the large creature on a swamp world, in which the Oracle also reveals Kylo's feelings for Rey. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this new creature in Star Wars Episode 9 that is actually going to be called the Oracle, that Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren seek out on this swamp world. Now, first things first, the swamp world definitely does match directly up with what they actually shot over at Black Park over in the UK. I don't know if you guys remember the leaked photographs, but that most definitely does line directly up with those leaked photographs that we went over last fall of 2018 about that swamp world where Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren would actually travel to seek out something very specific. And this most definitely is exactly what he is seeking out. So this character is codenamed and/or named the Oracle in Star Wars Episode 9. This honestly reminds me of something from The Matrix, to be honest. But moving forward from this practical effect, alright, it really does remind me of something more around the lines of Mother Proxima of what we saw in Solo: A Star Wars Story in the very beginning of that movie, right? So in this scenario, Kylo Ren seeks out the Oracle in order to obtain certain truths about the future, his path to the dark side, and even about the character of Rey. So the Oracle does indeed provide answers about all 3 things. Of course, you know, even revealing Kylo Ren's feelings for Rey, which is said that there is some kind of love there in between themselves. So we do know that this movie is going to have a lot of Reylo moments. It's also going to have a lot of moments in which both Kylo Ren and Rey are really going to be seen as pure enemies against each other, right? And that's one thing to look forward to in this film, is that there is going to be this deep conflict between both Kylo Ren and Rey, unlike any other Star Wars movies before. So the Oracle is actually described to be this large spider-like creature on this swamp world. It's a practical effect that was done at both Pinewood and Cardington, and is actually said to be one of the biggest set designs in Star Wars Episode 9 in history of the Skywalker saga. So you can only imagine how big this creature really is going to be, in comparison to both Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren. Now, this being also has truths to the beyond, and also leads them in the right direction within the second act of the movie. So, I don't know, guys, how this really sounds to me as a Star Wars film. The Oracle, this large spider-like creature, it sounds like something that you would see in another fantasy film, you know, like other, you know, movies out there. But if you look at Star Wars, you know, we do know that J.J. Abrams is adding in all these different angles to this movie in order to make it feel very unique, original, and just, well, different, while also having a lot of nostalgia as the backdrop for this movie. So the other thing that I do want to go over is that new truths about Rey's past will actually be revealed in, of course, Episode 9 through the Oracle. Now, the Oracle obviously is going to be this prominent character, and we may have actually seen this character in some of the leaked photographs that we went over about a month or so ago. You guys may recall the character photo leaks, and one of them actually does look like a spider-like creature. So to top all things off here, this world, we're not quite sure exactly what it's called, but it is based within the unknown regions. It's a mixture of Dagobah and Endor to be specific, so it should be pretty cool to see exactly what this is going to look like on the big screen, especially in IMAX. Now, of course, this really does sound very strange and off to me and just very odd. You know, it's something that we wouldn't really expect to see in a Star Wars movie where both Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren are seeking out this large creature codenamed or named the Oracle in Episode 9 that will be able to allow certain truths that will be given to both Kylo Ren and, of course, the Knights of Ren. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon we hear